We all know the Sumerians, the pioneers of writing, cities, and the wheel. But what if I told you they weren't the first people to call Mesopotamia home? What if an even older, more mysterious culture laid the very foundations of their world, a civilization almost completely erased by time? Long before Sumerian kings built their mighty ziggurats, a different people thrived in the marshlands of ancient Iraq. We call them the Ubaid people, named after the archaeological site where their story first began to unfold. From roughly 5,500 to 3,800 BCE, these were the true pioneers. They were the first to tame the unpredictable Tigris and Euphrates rivers, digging canals and developing the irrigation that would later feed entire empires. They built the first settlements with mud bricks, establishing a template for the cities to come. The Ubaid culture spread far and wide, not through conquest, but through trade and influence. Their distinctive pottery and tools have been found across the ancient Near East, but their most enigmatic creations are their terracotta figurines. Slender bodies with strange, elongated heads and coffee bean eyes, giving them a lizard-like appearance. Were these gods? Honored ancestors? Or a self-portrait of how they saw themselves? We simply don't know, and the mystery is captivating. It's crucial to understand the Ubaid were not a single, unified empire like the Sumerians. They were a shared cultural horizon, a network of towns and villages that laid the essential groundwork for civilization. Think of them as the ones who prepared the soil, planted the seeds, and tended the garden from which Sumer would eventually bloom. Some linguists even propose a fascinating theory called the Proto-Euphrasian hypothesis. They believe the Ubaid people spoke a completely lost language. Clues might survive today, hidden within the Sumerian language itself, in ancient words for rivers, cities, and trades like farming and pottery, words that the Sumerians seem to have borrowed. Words like Tigris and Euphrates might not be Sumerian at all, but echoes of this much older, forgotten tongue. So, what happened to the Ubaid people? This is the ultimate question. There was no dramatic collapse or invasion. Instead, it seems there was a gradual, complex transition. Over centuries, the Ubaid culture slowly evolved, perhaps mingling with new groups of people arriving in the region. They became the bedrock of Sumerian civilization, the unseen architects of history.